All right. What's going on, YouTube? So this is gonna be a quick little video. If you want to lower your G37 coupe, G37 sedan on the cheap, throw some 370Z springs on here. So let me explain. I found this on a forum because I wanted to lower my car. I got tired of the. I put some max speeding rods, freaking coilovers on this damn thing, and I regret it to this day. Okay, a whole year with those things and trying to calibrate them every which way, calibrating the dampening, calibrating the preload, this much preload, that much preload. Nothing changed. I don't know if they were defective or what the hell was going on, but it was so floaty every time I would hit a dip, and the car would hit the dip and come back up, and it would stay floating. Like, this is what I was doing inside the car, and it wasn't like bumpy like this, but it was just like kind of like a wave. And no matter what I did to the damn things, I took them out like I might have taken them out like 7 or 8 times. Nothing changed the way those things handled or felt. So I got tired of it, got fed up, but I didn't have money to keep spending. I have other things to do, family to support, yada yada yada. Anyhow, so what can I do on the cheap? And I started looking on the forums, and I found this post. I post a link down in the description of this guy who took 370Z springs, red Nismo springs, and threw them on his sedan. Now he got the same results I did. I put the black ones on here, the black 370Z springs, the regular ones, but he got the same results in that the front is taller than the back. So you have a bigger gap up here, smaller gap up there. Now, when I measured the car, now keep in mind this has to do with wheel diameter, this has to do with tire wear. All of this is going to affect these measurements. But I got 26 and a half in the rear and 26 and 3/4 in the front. So a quarter difference front to back. All right. And so what the guy did in the post is that he bought some isolators, quarter-inch isolators, that he threw on top of the isolator, of the rubber isolator for the rear springs, and brought up the rear a quarter inch, which is what I'm gonna do. I already ordered mine. Mine's are on the way, and they're coming, so that it could be even. So now, I don't know if you guys can see this in the video, but I can almost get 2 fingers in here. All right, so 1.5, and you can see there's about a quarter of an inch or so, right? So that's what the front looks like a little bit. I'll step back, and then in the rear, as you can see, I can almost fit 1 finger in here. 1 finger. There you go. And so I'm gonna step away. I do have spacers on here, so you get that good flush fit. But yeah, that's what the front looks like right there. Walk around the other side, kind of show you guys. So that's what the car looks like. That's how it's sitting. Come over this way. That's how this car's sitting. So you can tell, if you can look carefully, that the front is sitting a little bit higher than the rear. And personally, I love the way the rear is. I love the gap on the rear, the 1 finger width. That's to me at least. This is all by taste. We all have different tastes. But to me, the rear, I like the rear more than the front. Now, once I put that isolator, I know that the rear will look like the front. But in order for me to kind of get that toned down even better, I am gonna buy some 19-inch wheels. Maybe throw some 245 40s, 19-inch wheels on here with some 245 40 tires, which on the tire calculator online gives me about 1.2 inches of wheel diameter. So that will close the gap to where I want it, and it should look perfect. So for now, I can deal with the fact that I could almost fit 2 fingers. Normal ride height for these cars is about 3 fingers, and the monster truck ride height. So down to almost 2 fingers, that's a lot better than 3 fingers, and take that as you will. But anyways, yeah, the rear, I like the way the rear is sitting. Much more better, a lot more flush, and a lot more sleek looking than the front. So, but like I said, this is all about lowering your car on the cheap, get some Nismo springs, or get some regular 370Z springs for they're around 100 to 160. Maybe you can get them cheaper somewhere else, but I paid 160 for mines on eBay, and this is the results. Just throwing it out there for the community. If you guys want to lower your car, now the ride feels great. Number one, it feels stock, but obviously since the car is lower, you do feel the bumps a little bit more. But as far as the way the ride feels, as far as going over bumps and how it handles the bumps and all that stuff, freaking great, man. I mean, it feels great. It feels as it should, and it's not too harsh. It's not nothing crazy. The car is very stable, handles pretty well, and I'm sure that with some beefed up sway bars, some Hotchkiss or something like that, that this car will handle even better. So, like I said, you want to lower your car in the cheap, do this mod, and you'll be good. All right, later, y'all. Peace.